Hello, everybody. Uh, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for the new subscribers and guys. Appreciate your comments on the energies. The situations is gonna be interesting for it. This is gonna be a lot of duality. You're gonna feel this duality beginning at 10 o'clock. That energy is gonna be comes in with this Gemini, Sag, Virgo, Pisces energies. And talking about the authority, your authority within yourself is going to have this inner conflict because doesn't know what to choose, doesn't know what to see, doesn't know what's going on. The interesting will be that those energies going to be controlled by pretty much by the end of the day, that's going to be Lilith and Virgo. Yeah, you're going to see it in your charts. But that interesting energy is going to be testing so many things: your strength, your power, your level of communications, your understandings, and it's going to coming up and look at it in you. Um, yeah, of course, this duality, this dwelling, this dweller within you, that should I do, should I not, and to be or not to be, and so on. It's going to not bring clarity, but it's going to be showing you what and where you need to look within this clarity you see in it within the, even though the energy is going to be even created more shadow as the moon is going to be transiting in there for it. Those squares, they're going to be coming in to see uh, of what uh, it is this um, fight within yourself. Of course, we have a lot of other intense energies, still this intense energies from Mars and Venus towards Uranus and Jupiter in there. But particularly now that the moon is going on with, we're gonna feel this duality. I mean, we're talking about Gemini, that is a who is the good, who is the bad, friend or not, friend or foe. In there, we talk about within the Virgo, the logic is in there, that determinations that it's within. And we're talking about the Sagittarius going forward, but looking back, not letting go of the past. And we're talking about the mystery of the shadow, which that's going to be Pisces. So, without further talking, I'm going to give you the chart and start getting with this. So, there it is. There is your chart. And here is talking about those energies, since in the morning when you're waking up in there, you're going to see these energies, and they're all connecting to it. As the moon is transitioning, as you see it, this is the moon right in here at 7 o'clock. That's going to be squaring additional pressures towards Saturn, the Sun, and Mercury and the ascendant. And at the same time, that is this Lilith energy. That square with Lilith is not going to be coming up until later on of the day. But you're going to see this aspect when it kicks in. We're going to have the ascendant that's going to be coming into right in here at Gemini. That's going to be opposing the moon, but at the same time, it's going to square Lilith. And all this square, it's going to close this loop. You may going to feel these pressures throughout the day. You may going to feel this intensity of the shadow. It's like this is too much. I cannot handle it. Look at yourself, what you can and what you can handle it. All right. So this is basically in the morning that energy is going to be really pushing, really rushing with you. So at 9 o'clock, we're looking at the midheaven. It's going to be at Capricorn, as it's been in the past. few days. It's going in there, but that is going to be squaring the north node right in here. And the authority, the energies here is going to be like, I gotta see what I need to do. Well, you can't see so much what you can do because when everything gets clouded. And that's gonna addition adding it's like what my action should have been, what I need to be. I need to put myself together. I need to force myself. I need to grow. I need to outgrow this energy. And if you're outgrowing this energy, that is your right attitude at this time, because that energy is asking you, look, I mean, the whole energy is concentrate here. As you see it, everything goes in there as a pinpoint here at the finger of God. Is God shows you, look at your shadow. We can look in the Lilith in there. Look in what it is. As you see it right now, this squaring between Moon and Lilith, it's coming up for it, and that's gonna beginning the day of the shadows. Talking about the next hour, things gonna comes in clear. Of course, you probably got your coffee, you got your situations is in there, and you're seeing it, you're dealing it with daily activities. The universe is right in the horizon, which is Uranus. You making adjustments, you making your self with everything that goes on. But with that energies right here, we have this midheaven with Pluto uh, pretty much together. You have that energy going towards Taurus about like, I need to do the work on earth. I need to get these things going. I need to make movement. I need to get in this, but you can't. You are not. The clouding of judgments that comes in right now from the moon. I mean, this is a third quarter square is in there. This is kind of like at the last quarter of the moon that we're gonna be going into this energies. It's gonna be ending that cycle for it because that cycle begin where? That cycle begin in Aquarius, but it's ending where? In Pisces, ending within the shadow of the mysteries world. Here is I'm talking about the 10 o'clock energies. This is what we are going to be facing right here. As you see it, too much pressure, too much intensity, too much duality. You're going to sit like, oh my God, what is it going on? I never been like this. I never knew about this. I don't know what I should have done. Here's what you need to do. The moon, it's actually beginning to helping Mars and Venus up here. That energy goes into the North Node and it helps you to determine what you need to do. Those are the angel wings up here. But you see that kind of like a um, bow and arrow that it's coming in from Lilith, it's shooting straight up. We are going to have a lot of conflict with the inner selves within the shadow. You're going to face energies that you probably sense that they're coming in, but you do not know what's coming. And this is going to bring the intuitions to a very high alert. You may going to be alerted, but at the same time, you're going to be maybe triggers inside of you and an anxieties and an intense energies. It's like, I can't handle it. If you cannot handle it, if you have a high vibrations or so on, take a cold shower, drink a cold water. This is gonna be passed through. It's just a storm. So we're going on within the day. Later on, the energy just all of a sudden next hour, as you see it on your screen, they're calming down. Midheaven, it's passing through the Venus and Mars there, as their focus right now is that intuition. What should we do? This is like the kids in the paradise, okay? This is like an Adam and Eve in paradise. We don't know what to do. We ate the fruit now, and we are wondering what should be in the situations and so on. And here is Uranus. It's like, oh, you should get out of the paradise. While Mars and Venus have the destiny to be going in the paradise. And seeing this shadow right in here, it's going to be kind of like a tied up a little bit so you can understand these energies. But you will see it. You will see what you are going to fight within. And of course, this authority fights in there between intuition and the moon, they're not pretty. Never been that square or the positions in there, but that's going to make you stronger. You can develop new skills. You can develop in something in there that, but that also is going to bring you a healing. We're talking about this trine between the moon and um, Chiron. There it's in there within the fire signs. And that is going to be shows up later on when we have the ascendant here within Leo. So here is we have the ascendant here that it's already at noon. Got the energy here as you see it within yourself. A lot of green, which is the divine. It's like, come on, I gotta interfere. I gotta help. This is gonna be the moment like the divine. It's fighting some of the fights for you. A lot of synchronizations energies as you see it right here. Thanks God, this ascendant at Cancer. There is a divine energies with the moon and Jupiter at this time. There's a lot of yachts, a lot of energy within yourself of the growth. So we have a lot of pointing fingers. One of the fingers that is it, the ascendant and Lilith pointing towards Mars and Venus, which is that's what this finger of God is. Then we have another yacht, which is pointing out to the moon to get in at these intuitions, to see what it needs to work, to look at what we need to see throughout the conflict. And the conflict is a Lilith and the Sun in there. So probably some of you, the masculine energies is going to be like seeing at things, seeing at the shadow, but don't know what to do, what to react, and try not to get any actions there premature or any actions at the end when the sun is going to be moving out of Pisces, you're going to be know about it, but it's going to take a pretty much, we're talking about 2 weeks plus, and you're going to feel it. Oh my God, what is going on? But it's a building of strength. Okay, it's a building of strength in there. And then we have that finger of God, which is Yod, right here towards Lilith. So what is the Lilith has to do with this? You're gonna find out at 6 o'clock, okay? We talking about this 6 o'clock energy, you're gonna see it too strong. So in the next hour, the energy is so calming down, like the storm, it's calmed down. You probably meditate, you went out for a walk, you take a cold shower, however your case might be for it. But you see it, the things that not healed in there, because the ascendant is squaring Chiron right in here. And this is the North Node. So you see it, there is a little difference right up here, but overall the energy is going to be calming down. The moon is still going to be helping Mars and Venus right here for achieving that goal with the North Node. However, you see, like, feel like the universe is testing you, is pushing you. It's like showing you things like what is it going on. That energy of make it or break it, it's still gonna be up here, and including with this duality energy, this is gonna be tough. Like I don't know what going on. I don't know what is it situations, and you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it from within. So here is we're talking about these energies when the ascendant moves into a Leo. I was talking about this trine with the moon. That fiery energy is gonna comes in and kicked in, and as you see at the ascent, the midheaven, it's also at areas the fire is gonna comes in, but be mindful about that fire. That fire can be helping you to overcome the situation, but try not to put much gasoline to these energies here, okay? Because if you're doing it too much gasoline, within that, you're gonna be instead of getting at the situations under control, it's gonna come out of control. You see it. what I'm talking about. If you get it under control, that beautiful tries of fire, it helps you with the North Node. Okay, it helps you to do something that it's related to the karmic situations, something that you have to do with the karma. That could be a family issues, that could be whatever it's in your case. You have something personally to fix with this, and that's what those energies of the shadows it's coming. This is going to be intense all over the place. But as we see it again, these divine energies, they're going to be present. They're going to be mixed in there. They're going to be talking to you. They're going to be whispering things to you. Be mindful what you are listening to, especially that Mercury right in here. It's beginning to separate from the sun. It's going much, much forward. I mean, currently Saturn, the sun, and Mercury, they are Saturn is at 10 degrees, the Sun is at 13 degrees of Pisces, and Mercury is at 17 degrees. So they're kind of like a beginning to separate. Is the same thing as the Mars and Venus are beginning to separate. They are already 5 degrees apart. And Pluto is squaring midheaven. That's going to be just for a little bit, but he basically is going to be, as I said, he's gonna be staying neutral. He's like, I want to see. I want to see what you're gonna perform. I told you so. And as you see it here, I was talking about Pluto doesn't have any major aspects at all. He's just staying neutral. He's like, I'm giving you the new, you run with it. So as we go in, and this is going to be at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the ascendant is going to be opposing Mars and Venus, but not collectively anymore, just one by one, which is that's going to help you to determine the difference within yourself, between the masculine and the feminine energies within yourself. What are you working on there? You probably face feminine higher self with feminine lower self. As a masculine is the same thing. You're higher with the lower self, but the moon is going to be helping this. The moon is going to help, and that midheaven that it's going to be a Taurus is like, hey, that's what we need to do. We need to put our heads together. We need to do this together. We need to go this together. But if you are in the lower realms, you're fighting the universe and Jupiter. You're just like, and at the same time, that energy is here between the moon and Lilith. You're not going to listen your intuition. You're going to listen your shadow. You're going to be wondering what that goes on. That it's reminds me about the movie The Lord of the Rings. When Gandalf arrives at Gondor, and he sees that magician that takes over the mind of the king, and that's going to be this kind of like a situation of a Pisces energy that it's going to be presented. So it's going to come in and look inside of you, what you're facing. And here is the 5 o'clock energy. The ascendant goes into Virgo. It's kind of like a telling you, okay, things are coming in, rising up. You're going to be looking at this energies midheaven. It's still at the end of Taurus. The energy is not that much, but it's kind of like a calm before the storm. And you know the storm is coming. You knew that from within yourself. It's been brewing. It's been brewing, and there is so much you can handle. And with that energy of so much you can handle is that midheaven that it's trining Pluto is like, it's time to change. I need to do something. I can't stand it like this. I can't stand within this duality. And here is what you should be very much paying attention up here, as you see it, this red square that points out the energy of the authority. Don't blow up your fuses. Just don't blow up, because that energy is just going to be very, very highly intense. In there, there is as you see it, there is always an exit. If you take the energies with Uranus and Jupiter, they are gonna go into the sun, calm down this visions because you see what you are not seeing it. Okay, using that logic, you have the logic that what you're gonna be doing it about this North Node situations right in here. It has to come in from Mars and Venus. And Mars and Venus, they're together with the moon, and the moon is okay with the North Node. That is the energies you're getting. But if you pointing out all this about like, oh, it's a hidden agenda, it's a hidden situations, is that is something that within I don't see it, I have a doubts. You're going into the low realm, you're tapping to that low realm energy is just gonna be tearing you apart. Too much duality we're talking about. This is Gemini. Right now, here we have the moon that is at 14 degrees and those energies, they are actually going to be full force because this is a pretty much in the middle of each zodiac sign. We're talking about the sun is about 13 degrees, 39 minutes, pretty much meeting that point of 15 degrees. The moon is going to be at 14 degrees, 57 minutes. It's going to be pretty much in a dot. And the midheaven is going to be at 13 degrees, 37 minutes. This is gonna be intense, guys. However, it's in your case, it's gonna be intense. You may have to look at yourself, your own, facing your own shadow at some point. And of course, those who blow up the fuses, you see it, you're destroying it, and you're like, you know what? I'm done. I had enough. Yeah. But there has been a divine purpose with this. You see that Lilith at 16 degrees is getting this 16 degrees north node. And at the same time, here at the 16 degrees, that it's Mars. And taking a look at it on those accounts in there, everything has its divine purpose. Why would the divine purpose will do this? Why would the divine does that? You will find out. And we have the midheaven. There is at Cancer. That is a this helpful energies when the ascendant was at here at the Cancer. Right now, the ascendant is at Libra. Trying to maintain the balance, trying to getting the things that's going on. Ascendant, it's helping to the moon, and the moon is helping with everything of the current moments. This is a long, kind of like angel wings. Of course, the pressures are on still in there, but the balance is going to be coming up to you. And the purpose, as I said, is that peace on earth. All right? Is that peace on earth? A lot of interesting moments. Ascendant is it with the south node facing the north node energies. Pretty interesting because those divine energies from Uranus is coming in. It says like, you listen to me. That's gonna be the Mercury divine energies with the ascendant. It's gonna have this little voice inside of it. That's gonna be like, trust the universe. Things is gonna happen. Trust the universe is gonna happen. The moon makes the divine energies with Uranus as well. And those yachts, it's going to begin like, you're going to see like the divine is coming and help you. But the divine also can go ahead and work on you through these moments. Learning to be at peace because those angel wings right here that it's made, they're coming to help you. You catch that, you're going to be like, I've been through this. I don't need this anymore. But pressure is gonna be all day long. And here is at 10 o'clock energies. Still, you're working at that. Still, it's there. Still, the pressure is on. But the midheaven at Leo as before and the ascendant. Now you're working with that energy of the trine. Is like, I get it. I understand it. I need to learn this. And you learn it. Saturn, it says, I taught you. use it. I spoke about this last summer up here that this energy is here between Leo and a Pisces. They're going to be very interesting to be learned. We got that divine energies that was there between Saturn and Pluto that it comes in. There was a lot of other energies that it's was there before, and you're learning it. Hopefully, you using it. Here is it at 11 o'clock. The ascendant moves to a Scorpio. That is going to be put some pressure to Mars. Again, if Mars under pressure, he's like ready to blow off with that energy here. This is like at the king, your authority within you. It is about to face and create actions, but those actions, what they are going to be, are they going to be towards the shadow and towards these energies here, or they're going to be following and doing it your karmic lessons. Be mindful because this can talk about energies between of mother-father situations isn't there within there is something that it's coming from underneath the surface as something that needs to be healed. That's what that Lilith and Virgo is. Heal your shadow. You heal that shadow. That shadow it is about because that shadow wants to fix its karma to fulfill its purpose. And I'm going to be going on a little bit more above this, talking about this hour of midnight. Please stay within this positive energies. If you have to, take a sleeping pill for it, because this energy right here at midnight is going to be very intense. You may not going to be able to sleep in there. But also what happened is that energy is going to be intensified from the Scorpio rising energies towards Uranus and towards Mars and Venus. It's kind of like my relationship, my situations, my so on and so on. There is always, 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 always is an exit. And if you look at Mars and Venus down here below, they're on this under this pressure right in here. But if you take these energies with the moon and you go and you healing your karmic situations, you don't repeat certain patterns inside of you. Then those certain patterns, they are going to be able to heal that shadow side. And that shadow side is going to come back here. It is you're going to happen, or this is going to be within you for it. But look at that is it is direct energies. And they're not going to be pretty. I'm talking about this is going to be you facing Saturn, you are facing the authority, you are facing Mercury. Like you're probably facing like imagine like you're Harry Potter and you have to face Voldemort. That's how I will explain more about this energy, guys. And that's about it. That's what I have for you guys for right now. And thank you so much for watching. Wish you good luck and would love to hear your comments. Thank you so much, guys, and be loved.